Here we are in the Tennessee Mountains for race number 29 of the 2025 season. It's the final race of the round of 16. We're here at Bristol Motor Speedway for the running of the Bass Pro Shops night race from Bristol. And let's take a look at the starting grid for tonight's race. Ty Gibbs is on the pole, starting alongside Chase Briscoe, one of the championship favorites. Row 2, Austin Cindric and Chris Buescher start alongside each other, two Fords right there. Carson Osevar, how about him? The sophomore driver, really good start. And Joey Logano starts alongside. Todd Gilliland starts alongside Christopher Bell. Then you got Bubba Wallace starting alongside Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin got second last week, advances on to the next round of the playoffs. Bubba Wallace, a non-playoff driver, won Kansas. Eric Jones and Alex Bowman, both non-playoff drivers. They'll try to sweep the night tonight. Then on back, we have Brad Keselowski starting alongside Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Then there is the rest of your field. William Byron, Chase Elliott, how about him? Starting in 15th spot. Riley Herbst, Connor Zilic starting in 30th. Then rounding out the field will be the number 66 of Chad Fincham. Of course, it's the final race of the first round of the playoffs. And you really got to think about some guys right here. You got to think about Denny Hamlin. He's had a really good first round. Third in Kansas, second in Rockingham. He's going to try to get the win tonight in Bristol. It's been a while since he's won here at this racetrack, and he's trying to do that here tonight once again. Ty Gibbs, though, is on the pole. He's in decent position to move on into the next round of the playoffs, but not yet confirmed to move on. Has not accumulated enough points, and obviously has not won a race. As you can see there, right there, Ty Gibbs trying to get career win number 2 tonight. Tonight could be the night, I believe, that he can do it. Such a really good, talented race car driver that he is, and he's such a good young kid, and I think he could possibly do it. As an ARCA win here back in 2021. I know that was a bit ago, but Ty Gibbs, trust me, you want to watch out for him. And, talking about a guy like Austin Cindric starting that second row, won the spring race here, but how about Kyle Larson? Went out, won last weekend in Rockingham. He has a pretty good, strong car tonight, has a good starting position right there, starts alongside Kyle Busch, who is not into the next round. Kyle Larson obviously is with that win last weekend in Rockingham. Well, the engines are fired up here from Bristol Motor Speedway. About to get things underway here from the last great Coliseum. As we get the cars rolling off here from Bristol in this round of 16 cutoff race. After today, 7 races remain. 12 drivers will remain to fight for the Bill France Cup at the end of the season. NASCAR 77th season of Cup Series action. Duke and Joe Gibbs cars on the front row for this race. JGR, such a strong team this year. Bell with 4 wins, Briscoe with 4 wins, Hamlin with 1, Gibbs with 1. Most winning team this season out of any organization. And if you know dominance, they're dominant this year. Have won their drivers win the championship. Whether that be Briscoe or Bell, I don't know. I think Briscoe maybe has a good shot at it. Briscoe's been more consistent as of late. Bell really hasn't. Well, here we go. About to get the round of 16 cutoff race. It's time to feel the thunder. We're underway in Bristol. And to lead lap number 1 in Bristol, Ty Gibbs leads it over his teammate Chase Briscoe. As Gibbs had a really good qualifying run yesterday, had a really fast lap, and well, look at this. Some cars going side by side, some cars passing already. A lot of loose cars we're seeing a lot here tonight. Not a lot of grip here at this racetrack here. And with this new tire compound that we're running, it's really affecting the grip on these race cars. And it's hot and slick out here. Yeah, the sun might be going down. 3 wide right here. Corey Heim in the 67. Blaney 3 wide in the middle with Stenhouse on the outside. Blaney's just going to be really loose right there as Ross Chastain and Blaney, 2 wins this year. Looked like the early season favorite for the championship. 1 Las Vegas, 1 Dover in the first 10 races of the year. Hasn't been the victory lane since then. It looks like Hamlin's going to tag the wall. Austin Hill up here. Austin Hill going to the 3 car next year. Austin Dillon's announced his retirement out of this year. That's way back early in the season as Ryan Preece got a little bit loose right there. Byron is pretty much, Byron's dirt tracking it here. Taking some lessons from his dirt track days, from the dirt races here in Bristol. And man, that car is very loose. Go on board with the 24 car, William Byron. Man, just out wearing those tires a lot. These tires are going to be killed by the end of the race. Can hold up that inside lane. Can hold up the 16 of Emmerich. Contact there in the back though. You take a look at Reddick going around Hocevar. 3 non-playoff guys. Hamlin up into the wall. Hamlin not really panicking on this race. Not really pushing that panic button. Moved in on the next round of points. Larson got in the back end of his teammate Chase Elliott. Looks like Elliott now going to get loose. Oh, Hamlin is going to get around him perfectly fine right there. Thought, there's going to be a little bit of an issue, but Larson a little bit loose. Elliott not really happy with this teammate right now. Early on this race, lap number 11. And speaking of the 11, the 9 gets to the back end of the bumper of him. Chase Elliott, 2020 Cup Series champion, 4 wins a year ago, 2 wins this year. Won the playoff cutoff race in Darlington, won Sonoma. Oh, Stenhouse about got in the back end of him. Both of them got loose. There's Larson. Todd Gilliland having another strong, decent run tonight. Hamlin going to go to the outside. 3 wide. Contact between Stenhouse and Gilliland. Stenhouse will be on that inside lane right there. The bottom lane just very loose. Not a lot of grip. Oh! Hocevar maybe having an issue. I think he just got really loose. Had to back out of it. Blaney about spun it out. Still sideways. And that's a lot of humidity here. And that's what happens here. The concrete kind of sweats and kind of gets very wet. It kind of gets damp. And that's just making these cars loose as Chase Elliott gets in the back end of Carson Hocevar. Elliott not playing around the night. Has a decent cushion to move on, but he wants to get more points, so he has a better cushion. Now Heim gonna put the back bumper to the 77. 6-7 right there. Yes, I had to say it. I had to say it. Custer's gonna get that run on the outside lane right there. That outside line is just very strong in the night. Carson Hocevar is still sideways. Corey Heim just beating him off right there on the back end. I think Heim's gonna get the run off the turn right there. Yep. Oh my God, now his teammate Connor Zilic is getting in the back end of him. 7 is Zilic filling in for Sam Mayer, who was out for the season after breaking his neck at Indianapolis after winning the Brickyard 400. Now going to have Noah Gragson on his tail. No matter where that 77 goes, it's loose. Carson's such an aggressive driver. Not too aggressive guys tonight. Here's Kyle Larson, one of them. John Hunter Nemechek, a playoff guy. Byron, a playoff guy. Nemechek, how about this? Has a good enough cushion, I believe, to make it on into the next round. I think Nemechek would be very deserving of that, as Priest got in the middle right there, very loose. Watching Alex Bowman right now, who won this round of 16 cutoff race. Here he goes as a non-playoff guy. Second year in a row he missed the playoffs. And I think for 2026, Alex Bowman announced that he's not returning to Hendrick Motorsports in next year, going to RCR in the number 31 car with Ally. So that's going to be a new starting position for Alex Bowman. Look at Ryan Priest, pretty good short track driver from New England, from Connecticut, you know, raced the modified open wheel NASCAR series. Hamlin all over his back end. Hamlin easily gonna get around him. As of now, 4 guys locked in the next round, 3 guys confirmed, as Ty Gibbs right now, as he leads it, automatically would get into the next round if he won this race. Logano's gonna get loose there a little bit. So does Bowman in the 48. 2 of these guys, 2 championship caliber drivers. Logano's former champion in the series 2018, only one-time champion in the Smock Series universe. But he's very loose right there. Both those guys, of course, missed the playoffs. Bowman and Logano. Go to that outside. Side by side. I think that was Bell that got very loose right there in front of the 16 of Hemrick. Bell's continuing to lose positions on that outside. Something's wrong with that race car. It's just not liking that top. Gano nearly got into Larson right there. Hamlin tags the wall once again. Hamlin was saying the car's tight, but he's not really mad over the radio. Austin Hill having a great night. Great audition for the Cup Series next year. To drive that 3 car so far was Tokyo drifting it through the corners. As we take a look at the leader, Ty Gibbs nearly has 2 cars go around in front of him right there. 2 cars loose. The 60 car right there. 60 is going to get loose. Byron extremely loose right there again. By the way, halfway caution, lap 50. That's Gralla up here. There's Busher, Tyler Reddick, Stenhouse. Oh, Hamlin gets in the back end of his teammate right there. A little bit of friendly fire. Bell's not going to like that. Might return the favor to Denny Hamlin. Hamlin just aggressive tonight. Bell is too. Been a couple months since Bell's won New Hampshire's last win. Oh boy. Really tight right there. Push on that outside lane. Gonna get a run. Oh, Byron's gonna get loose and in the wall. Creed in the wall. Huge playoff implications for Sheldon Creed. Wow, and look at, man, I'm looking at the playoff grid right now. Wow. Sheldon Creed with that right there will be out of the playoffs. And so if you're a Kyle Busch fan, I'm going to say this right now. Good news for him. Kyle Busch is into the next round of the playoffs. If he were to get eliminated, 2 things would have to happen. 1 thing, obviously, a guy in a must-win situation would have to win. Or 2, Kyle Busch would have to wreck out of the race. And, yeah, right there. Wow, looks like Byron got loose, and with Byron getting loose right there, that eliminates Sheldon Creed from championship contention, and the drive for 4 for Kyle Busch continues on. I mean, if you're a Creed fan, you're punching the TV. If you're a Busch fan right now, you're happy because your guy is moving on. Wow. Great night for RCR as Austin Hill on the outside right there will restart in second. Green flag back in the air. We're very close to the halfway caution, so we won't be before long until we get another one. Oh, that too is going to be faster. Cindric is. I mean, it's no shot that Cindric's going to be fast. He won the spring race here earlier this year. Cindric now going to try to chase down Ty Gibbs. Cindric trying to get the Bristol sweep in 2025. They'll sweep both Cup races. Big gaggle of cars right here. Cole Custer on the outside. Custer eliminated from the playoffs officially, probably is. Let's on how he pulls a win out of his butt. Gonna chase, or gonna hold up Chase Elliott in the 9. Chase is good on points. Briscoe obviously gonna be good on points. Briscoe being or Custer being aggressive with his former teammate right there. 5 laps to the halfway caution. As Briscoe going to the inside of his former teammate, Cole Custer. Has Gralla a great night tonight. Gralla just outside the top 10. Great run for Rick Ware Racing and that team tonight. Oh, McDowell is about to go in the wall. Chase Elliott about to put him in the wall right there. Put the bumper to him a little bit. Now even more problems for the 71. Lucky for him, though, that halfway caution's coming up in about a lap or so. So that's going to be really helping him. Probably happy that happened right now as Gibbs hits lap 50. And now just waiting for them to throw the caution. There it is. There's the halfway break. Halfway caution. As next race will be the Charlotte Roval for the final time for at least a couple years, maybe. There may be rumors that they'll put it in rotation with the ovals. So we go there next weekend to start off the round of 12 in the second round of the playoffs in 2025. Pace car finally picks up the 54 Ty Gibbs, and what a night he's had right there. Led all laps tonight, led half the race, led 100% of it, 50% of the full length of it. I'm going to lead over 50% of this race once it's over, at least. If he doesn't win, that's still going to be a good night for him. And with that, Ty Gibbs is on to the next round of the playoffs with points, along with so many others. As everyone now looking like that's above the cut line right now. One of those drivers being Kyle Busch, who was in this race under the cut line, will be into the next round of the playoffs right now. If something happens to Gibbs, well, doesn't matter. He's on by leading the most laps, getting a lot of points tonight. Led it at the halfway, got 5 bonus points. So Ty Gibbs moves on. Welcome back to Bristol. About to get back underway in the second half of this race. Ty Gibbs leading at the halfway, moving on to the next round. Cindric more than likely as well is going to move on to the next round with great consistency. Well, then you got a non-playoff guy behind him and a Xfinity full-timer. So, yeah, Cindric, or Hill not even eligible for the playoffs. As the green flag back in the air. Ty Gibbs gets another good restart. Here comes the 6 of Brad Keselowski. Keselowski and Cindric side by side for second. Here comes Kyle Larson. Good run right there for Larson. Larson's gonna move to second. Larson, an amazing restart. Oh, loose. Larson really loose, saves it though. Obviously, Larson's a dirt racer. Trouble for Logano right there on the outside lane. Chase Elliott loose. A lot of these guys loose. I think Larson might be slightly faster than Gibbs. I thought I saw the 19 or the 11 down pit road. I don't know how I got the 11 confused with the pace car. That's something new. I don't think that's ever happened. My 11 years of doing this. Almost 11 seasons, but look at this big gaggle. A lot of gaggle of cars right here. Oh, Chase loose. Dow maybe returning the favor from earlier. Austin Dillon getting into the back end of the 20. Dillon very aggressive. And Austin Dillon goes to the inside. Man, Austin Dillon, good short track racer. Of course, not a winner this year. Won last year in dramatic fashion in Richmond. At a short track. Denny Hamlin. Trying to chase down Cole Custer. Kaz Gralla. Inside the top 10, running in 8th right now. Battling for the 8th spot. This is why Gralla is in the Cup Series. He has talent. He's outperforming in these lower funded D tier teams, F tier teams. He's making them look like B or C tier teams. Oh, trouble! Austin Hill gets in the wall. Trouble! Oh, it's Gibbs! Ty Gibbs, the race leader. Lost the race lead to Kyle Larson, by the way. Got very loose and got into Austin Hill. Oh, Stenhouse took him out right there, tried to take him out. Got on the back end of him. Then look at this right here. Okay, we're gonna see it going down the 1. 33 is gonna be right on his tail. Austin Hill gets the 54 loose, and Austin Hill goes in the wall. 2 great nights ruined by that right there. Well, Gibbs is going to be good, I think. Austin Hill has to go down pit road and fix the damage. Is going to go down a couple laps. Yeah, right there, just make some contact and licks that wall. And Austin Hill got the damage fixed and repaired. Got a new front bumper on that thing. He'll buff out. Lap 6, 7. I did it again. There's Kyle Busch. Like I said, great night for Busch fans. He's moving on. Next round's gonna be tough though. We have, golly, I forgot what we have in the next round. I know we have the Roval. I want to say Phoenix is in there. I gotta get the schedule loaded up here. We're about to go back green. I was right. The Roval next weekend, October 5th, we have the Phoenix race, the Phoenix playoff race. Then October 12th, we have Atlanta. The round of 12 cutoff, then we go down to 8 cars and another 3 races. Then we have the championship 4 race. Going to be lap 69. Very nice lap to restart this race. Larson very good on the execution right there of the restart. Kozlowski running in second. Kozlowski trying to chase down the 5. Can Kozlowski become the second playoff spoiler in the playoffs? Got a little loose right there. Had it on the outside. Now he's going to continue to fall back. Wallace now goes to second. And imagine if Bubba Wallace was in the playoffs. He'd be going after Tony Stewart's 2011 run in the chase in the playoffs. Bubba Wallace proving his talent, and he does have talent. Bubba Wallace, great driver, great guy. Just doesn't have the wins to back it up, though. Now he's going to challenge Kyle Larson for the race lead here with less than 30 to go, and these laps go by quick in Bristol. This race will probably be over. It could be over within the next 15-10 minutes. This is just really getting intense right here. Bubba Wallace trying to run 23. That car hard to get around Larson. 3 wide though in the back. Nemechek 3 wide in the middle. Oh, Byron, oh, look at that. 3 wide through the middle. Car's in the wall right there. Looking like a big pack style racing back here in Bristol and short track. Blaney in the wall. Not sure if there's a stack up going to start because of that. Now Chastain loose. 23 to go. Meanwhile in Bristol and less than counting. Oh, big stack up in the wall. And that will be a caution. 4th one of the night for multiple cars getting stacked up right there on the outside. And, that could cause a safety concern. As here we go, about to get this race back underway. 18 laps to go. Another good restart for Larson right there. Side by side for second. Well, Wallace doesn't have it on the outside quite yet. The outside's just really good off corner exit. You don't want to be on the inside off corner exit. Yeah, he just doesn't have the speed on the outside in turns. Bowman on the outside. $15 laps to go. Once we get to the line, looking on back from the 5. Larson trying to go back to back and trying to get his 3rd win of the season. He's trying to win the Bristol night race for the 2nd year in a row. 14 to go now. Laps just gonna go by quicker and quicker. And look who's in 3rd. Kaz Grall in a Wick Ware car in 3rd place. Back here, Ty Gibbs really giving the 41 some hell inside the top 10 still. Or just outside of top 10. Running in 12th. Battle for 11th. Custer gets loose. Custer got a little bit loose right there on the inside of Gibbs. Reddick about turning the 22 around. Back bumper. Bumper to bumper racing. This is classic Bristol right here. Ten laps to go now for Kyle Larson. Logano's loose. Continuing to get loose. Looks like Gibbs nearly got an inside wall. The 2 monster cars going to be right bumper to bumper. As we got 9 to go, and around goes the 54. Are you kidding me? Around goes the 54, Ty Gibbs. Damn it. That's what he's saying right now. Gets the car back rolling. Trouble for Ty Gibbs. Let's see what happened. He just went up. Went up into the 77 of Hocevar. And just spun himself out. I mean, that's what I saw. You can't deny it right there that the 54 just came up in the 77, put him in the wall, and spun himself out. Yeah, this will... that angle's harder to tell, but I just maybe believe the 77 maybe came down a little bit, then the 54 went up. I see the 54 coming up. I don't know. I'll take the onboard right here. Yeah, I believe it just came up a little bit. And by the way, he'll be out of this race. He's just said he's going to be done for the night. It's probably smart. Has enough points to move on to next round anyway. I know what he'd like to continue on to maybe have a better cushion in the round of 12, but he's just moving on anyway. He'll hopefully have a better result next weekend in the Roval, as this one could get interesting. We could have a amazing, weird upset winner in Kaz Gralla winning at Bristol. I would have him possibly winning at a super speedway. You know, won his dual race earlier this year at Daytona. And that was a ride swap mid-season. Kind of earlier on in the year. Justin Haley kind of outperforming that car, so they put him in the 36, and Kaz Gralla was in the 36. Now they put Gralla in the 51. Justin Haley hasn't been performing, and so that 36 lost sponsorship. And the green flag back in the air. 4 laps to go now for Larson. Great restart for Larson. Here comes Gralla on the inside. Gralla inside for second. That's where the battle's going to be. Larson continues to have it. 3 to go now. Laps go by quick here. This race will be over in the next 30 seconds. 2 laps to go now. And Larson trying to go back to back, trying to get the hat trick of wins on 2025. In the 3 and 4. He's going to come around and get the white flag. White flag is out for Kyle Larson here in Bristol. Down the back chute for the final time. And the hat trick of wins for driver 5. Larson comes out. Larson wins Bristol.